As a building contractor, are you frustrated because you feel like you're being passed over for project opportunities that are right in your wheelhouse? Or maybe your pipeline is full, but you're struggling to find the workers to get the job done. I'm Rusty George, and I have a couple of strategies to help you get a little bit more attractive to those different audiences by becoming a louder builder. When I work with owners or marketing managers of construction or engineering firms or subcontractors like you, the conversation is always around getting in front of more project opportunities, but it always launches right into, well, we need to enhance our website, or we need to make our proposals better, we need to start posting more frequently on social media, but we don't know which one, or we need to learn how to do PPC. The problem is that they want to jump right into the tactics and the channels that everybody else is doing without really understanding and respecting how marketing strategy works in the B2B world of the building industry. You of all people should know that in order to build the perfect structure, you have to start with a solid foundation. You shouldn't worry about tactics until you've really nailed down what you can say about your company that's going to be remembered and valued in the eyes and the minds of your audiences. And you really can't develop any good messaging to talk about your company until you've really defined and understand who you're talking to in the first place. In my experience in working with builders like you, your audience can be broken down into three different categories. Those who are going to give you the work, those who are going to work in the work, and those who are responsible to make sure that your company is going to be around in order to get the job done. Each one of these audiences has their own unique specific needs based on who they are, from lower pricing to higher compensation. However, in order to have the competitive advantage, really think about what their underlying motivators are and their anxieties, and how your specific industry expertise can be of benefit to them. Take your first audience, for example, those who are going to give you work. Now, this could include developers or homeowners or procurement managers, GCs if you're a sub. Architects and engineers could influence the conversation. Now, they are all scrambling, overstressed, trying to pack 90 hours into a 24-hour day. And if you're trying to attract their attention by just showing homogeneous case studies or team bios or a company history, then you're just going to get lost in the noise and filed away and forgotten. Instead, think of what really motivates them. What's their core urgency? What keeps them up at night? Which I would suggest to be a fear of failure, whether it's underpricing projects or picking a bad location, going with the wrong vendor, which would be a disastrous failure that would then end up being a black mark in their career. Approach the conversation on how you can anticipate what kind of challenges lay ahead for them, how you experienced similar situations, overcame them, and learned from them to propel you to become the industry expert in solving those specific problems. Offer them insights and information so that they start thinking of you as a knowledgeable, confident, and trusted partner essential to the project, rather than just being an interchangeable vendor. The second audience, those who are going to work on the work, could include laborers and drivers all the way up to seasoned project managers or foremen. And if you thought that this audience segment was hard to come by before, I don't need to tell you that this whole pandemic has turned the attitude of this workforce over like an apple cart. Being loyal to one company, one career, even one vocation is out the window. So it may not be a problem for you right now, but attracting and retaining this group is going to require some real long ball thinking. I suggest for this audience that you put yourself into the role of coach, setting up learning opportunities on social media, video, on your website, so that you can give them encouragement, information, and set them up for growth. Generously offer intel from your specific point of view and expect nothing in return. And by all means, be gracious if they pass you up for other opportunities, or if they leave sooner than you expect for greener pastures. What you want to do is plant a seed in their mind as the authority influence that encourages and supports them in order to achieve their life's purpose. So who knows, they may eventually come back to your company with a galvanized sense of loyalty, or return your karma by being your advocate in their circle of influence, which is ultimately the best advertising. And finally, your most overlooked and taken for granted audience out there, your own team. Now, this is your leadership, your administrative staff, superintendents, estimators, anyone responsible for making sure that your company is moving forward and thriving. Now, in order to stay motivated in managing the company, they just need one thing from you: regular internal communications showing that you have the success of the company and the team top of your mind. Whether it's sending out a weekly email check-in or a progress report to the whole company to make them all feel included in the company's success, to calling out an employee on social media that demonstrated commitment to the company's values. Consistent communication showing gratitude and appreciation is key to the leadership that builds a vibrant culture and secures the loyalty of the team. Now, these are a couple of really super quick ideas that you can build upon to get a little bit more attractive to your different audiences. But ultimately, understand that in order to build a great brand or messaging or website or marketing strategy, you have to first understand who you're talking to, what their urgencies are, what their motivators are, and how you can contribute your industry expertise to show value and benefit in their minds. That way, you get a little less invisible, a little more attractive to ultimately become a louder builder.